cost me about $1,300 to build my PC. And that was like not with any really high-end stuff. I have 16 gigabytes of RAM. Yeah, it's not anything super high-tech. I'll upgrade eventually to newer stuff, but at the moment, I feel like for what I use it for, I don't necessarily need that. Makes sense? I know the eggplant sticker, I know. I'm surprised she has not taken it off. Guess she wants to match with me. Currently pre-built from bigger companies is the way to go, is getting high-end video cards. Yeah, I've heard that it's super expensive. I heard that it's going down, but it's still like, ugh, not great. I have to go through my Amazon order history to tell you exactly what I have. But it's nothing. I think mine's a 1060. My GPU, my graphics card. I'm pretty sure. And even then I bought it for like $100 and maybe almost $200. I can't remember. It's been years. I finally cleaned out my PC for the first time in 2 years yesterday, as I had to move my whole desk situation around for this new desk, and I decided I should probably clean it. It wasn't that bad. And surprisingly, there was like no Georgia hair. There was a little bit, but there was no Georgia hair. I was shocked. I was like, I got this PC like a month before I got Georgia. So I was very shooketh. I was like, wow. It does protect from cat hair. That's nice. A lot of dust though. Which was to be expected. You bought your current desktop for Alienware. See, I used to have an Alienware. Priced it out, only a price loss about $350. Yeah, I mean, if it works for you at the end of the day, if it's, you know, if it's Alienware, even if it's like, you know, shitty company, like, regardless, like, if it works for you, it works for you, right? That's it. I had an Alienware for the longest time. I had the Alienware Alpha, which was like their pre-built little tiny one, and that lasted me. I couldn't like play anything once at the end of its life. I couldn't play anything like any new games for sure, but it was like 6 years old at that point, or 5 or 6 years old, and it lasted me through college and part of high school. Like, it did the job, and I only paid like $400 for it, because that was back when before I knew anything. I mean, I still don't know much about computers in terms of building them. But yeah, even if some people like Bullets doesn't like Alienware, if it works for you, it works for you. You do what you want with your money. I just decided, I think at that point, I was just like, I'm gonna try to build my own. And I went through like a lot of friends who had built their own, and then my ex had built his own, so I went through him and, you know, asked for stuff. My the library I work for, we have what's called like, it's called like the Nest, which is a bunch of gaming PCs students can rent. It's all Alienware, and they actually work really well. Like all the computers except for one. We have a streaming computer. Funny enough, at my library, you can check out stuff to stream. Like, we have a green screen, there's like a camera you can check out, like an audio mixer thing. It's weird. It's cool, but I would never want to stream personally in a public place. That's just me. But all the computers except for that one is an Alienware. Are Alienwares. And like they're great. So they run really great. Like, we haven't had any complaints from any patrons. So, and they're a few years old too. But I know that they're in they want to buy more new ones. I've had AEW computers in your life, 2 pre and 1 post Dell acquisition. Yeah, decent enough. Yeah, I mean, they're not amazing, but they do the job, right? Yeah, I got mine right before the Dell acquisition. I think they still make Alienware alphas, but haven't heard much about them. Yeah, my librarian is very modern. Well, we're a different kind of library. We don't have books. The only books we do have are D&D books, or like strategy books for like tabletop games. And so we're all either DVDs, games, consoles, and then we have like our nest, our media, like our we have two things. So we have a commons area for like consoles, and we just got Xbox Series X's. We don't have PS5s, but that students can use, and then we have a room of gaming PCs that they can use. Yeah, it's very cool. It's very cool. I love my library. It's a shame that they don't pay their students well, and I'm leaving.